Hello, welcome back to another video. In today's video we go through some awesome Microsoft Flight Sim news, from the Fenix A320 entering beta, to a Cirrus jet, to a World War II era form of navigation entering into Microsoft Flight Sim for the first time through a payware aircraft, to an update on a very awesome military freeware aircraft. Plenty to talk about today. It's a big one. We've got lots of news across a variety of aircraft, so if you enjoy these types of videos, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. But now let's get right into it. So let's start off with Wing 42 and their Boeing 247D for Microsoft Flight Sim. Now this is a payware vintage aircraft that has been basically in production, or in development I should say, for quite some time. The developer said we should have seen it before, but delays have meant that we're still waiting for it. However, it's coming into the final stages now. What caught my eye about this aircraft is that it's incorporating a very old school form of navigation that we haven't seen in Microsoft Flight Sim ever. It's technically a world first, and I can't find many examples of it being used in previous sims, although I know it has been. It's called Flying by the Beam. Basically, as part of the radio, it will pick up tones from radio stations. Now, I don't understand it completely, slightly interesting, but basically, it emits a certain sound, and when a pilot is on course to that radio station, that tone or sound should be constant. I haven't got that 100% wrong. I'll put a diagram on the screen, maybe that will help me explain it a bit more. Basically, through Morse code, you'll either hear a Morse code for A or for an N, which is just put on the screen as well, and then in between that you've got the perfect track to reach the radio station, and that will make a constant beeping noise, or constant beep. That to me is something very special, and to be honest, I think I'll get this aircraft just to see how it works. Now, this kind of form of navigation was most seen in the USA, which means the majority of the stations will indeed be in the United States of America. But don't let that sadden you. Internationally, there'll be 700 stations that have this capability across the world, 400 of which are located in the USA. It was most commonly used by US Air Force pilots in World War II. Hence this lopsided, uneven distribution, but nonetheless it is a really cool feature that I'm very excited to see. The photos look incredible, and for an aircraft built in 1933, you would think it's not really my cup of tea, because I do quite like aircraft from the 70s onwards, but this stands out to me and I'm very excited for it. No information on pricing, and I'm not too sure if this is coming on Xbox. I don't think this has been confirmed just yet. All I do know is that it's turning out to be an incredibly realistic aircraft, a true tribute to the old plane that would have graced our skies in the 30s, 40s and maybe 50s. Moving on to something a bit more modern, the Fenix A320 CEO, standing for current engine option. This aircraft has gone into beta stage, a big deal because it means it's getting closer to being able to be flown by you and I. Now, I'm not in the beta. Basically, I don't know enough about the A320 to even go anywhere near it at the moment. So it'd be a bit of a waste of space and waste of time giving me the capability to have a look at this aircraft in beta. But the Fenix team have once again showcased something truly special. Off a YouTube video, basically they're kind of doing a walk around the aircraft, and you get to hear the dynamic sound, and it does sound really good. Just take a listen. Now, this information has gone off the FenixSim.com website, but I think the video says enough. As they say, a picture, or in this case a video, says 1,000 words. The walk around looks truly stunning. You really get a feel for the attention to detail within this aircraft, outside, and indeed when you get a brief look inside from the other screenshots we've already seen. Now, I would like to retract a statement I said a minute ago about me not being on the beta. I'm still not on the beta, but something that did stick out to me is that they said a small note about the beta team is that it has various different experience levels, from those that have never played around or flown within the A320 or any Airbus in a flight sim, to those who have thousands of hours and fly them in real life. Huge respect to that. Let me know if you guys in the comments or within the beta team. It'll be certainly interesting to see if we get any beta footage come from external sources. Nonetheless, let's watch the video, it's down below. Now we move over to another payware aircraft before we end this video with a freeware aircraft. It's the FlightFX Cirrus SF50 Vision Jet. Now, many of you will have this sort of experience with a Vision Jet like this purely from the likes of X-Plane Mobile and X-Plane 10 and indeed X-Plane 11. It was one of the first aircraft I kind of properly flew around in on a simulator. Many drives away, long road trips, me on X-Plane Mobile, you know, flying around with this aircraft, although we all know the best part was the parachute. So bringing it over to Microsoft Flight Sim is a welcome addition. Now, what can make a developer team really stand out is when they've got real world experience with the aircraft. And it would be an understatement to say that with the FlightFX team. They've been flying around in the real plane and indeed have made a video on it. I'm showing it on the screen now. Hopefully that means this plane will be incredibly realistic, and for the first time I am really curious. And for the first time I can take a look at this aircraft without going on Microsoft Flight Sim. Welcome to here on Google Chrome. We're taking a look at the Vision Jet. Now, this has got to be the weirdest experience I've had basically looking at an aircraft in this fashion before. Normally I just show you videos and screenshots, but right now I'm showing you the aircraft in its full glory. Now, it's not in a sim, this is just a 3D mock-up, basically kind of layered over the real world. But you can get a good feel for this beautiful aircraft. I mean, it's so weird, and a really nice feature to be able to see it like this. And the piece de resistance of this would be the cockpit. Now, clearly it's very early days here, or they're just hiding the good bits from us. But you can get a good feel for the aircraft already, despite the fact nothing has been implemented 100% here yet. Well, that would be an understatement, but basically this is just the plain old model. Coming into the back, you can see we've got some lights. I'm sure that they're just kind of placeholders, that's what it kind of feels like. But you get a good feel for how this aircraft would be, and I think this interactive experience, well, it would be mighty impressive if many other developing companies could do this. But this is basically showing you how much effort, how much time they're putting into this aircraft, bearing in mind they've sat in it in real life, flown around in it in real life. You know, this is not any old project being bashed together on Discord. This is top quality by the looks of it, and I cannot wait for it. I'll put a link in the description to this website by FlightFX, a really nice touch. Keep it up, guys, and their Discord is in the description. Now we move over to an aircraft I've taken a look at before, and I still really enjoy. The C17 Globemaster by the team at Delta Simulations. This is a freeware aircraft you can get on the internet via Microsoft Flight Sim or flightsim.to. It's received a big update, and I fully recommend this aircraft now. It's getting better and better. The only thing I would say is that it can be quite tough on performance in terms of FPS. I do get a few lag spikes with it, but the beautiful thing about this aircraft really is its exterior. It looks absolutely breathtaking. I even tried to land it on an aircraft carrier, although that did not go too well, I have to say. It is great fun to fly around this, especially when you got the likes of F-35s flying around you. It really feels like a proper military aircraft. It's not perfect, it does look a bit, I'm not going to say bad, but not great in places, especially the cockpit in terms of panels and stuff on the centre pedestal not working exactly. But it's coming along nicely, and this massive update has really changed where I stand on this aircraft. It looks really good, and of course you're getting it for free. So that's always worth it, you cannot complain about that. I think it's pretty good, but I'm sure some of you will disagree. It flies very nicely, and of course the C17 Glidemaster can suit almost any runway, as long as it's long enough. You know how it is. Anyway guys, from me today that is all. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. It really does help me out. From me today that is all. Last thing I want to say is a big thank you to my first class channel members. Thank you to Captain Matt Russell, Ethan Bebeck, Jesse Wiseman, Simon Schmidt, Jonathan Desmond, Owen K, CF Fleur, hello, HX Me, Maxim LaBelle, Captain Matt Russell, Fanny Leibenberg. Thank you guys very much, it means a lot and it's great to have you on board supporting me. I'll see you around guys. It's been another Microsoft Flight Sim news video with a nice variety of aircraft in this one, both payware and freeware. Hopefully we'll see some of these on Xbox, but nothing confirmed just yet. There's a video coming out on the state of the Xbox Sim over the next few days, so if you fly on Xbox, keep an eye out for that. I'll see you around guys, bye bye.